Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Ocean Protocol. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. And a quick little side note, there's a donation link down below in the description. Feel free to send a few bucks to the kids in Gaza, and let's get straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, now you can see we have a support trend line here sitting at 24.5 cents roughly, and this is based on this resistance level from November 2022. And after we retested that, of course, we dropped down after the FTX collapse, and that was a 56% correction. After that, into February 2023, we had a 402% move to the upside. So we did a 5x in just a few months there, and that was incredible. So we bottomed out at roughly 11.5 cents. So that is our bear market bottom. So we have this resistance here at 24.5 cents. And we broke above it here in January 2023. And what I want you to look at is this back test of support here. So we broke out, then we came back down, and we had a nice back test of support, and then we continued rallying. Then we printed a higher low, and then we kind of entered this sideways channel from March 2023 right up until October. As you can see, we weren't really doing much. Yes, we were printing lower highs, and we were bouncing off this yellow resistance trend line, as you can see. So we had a few bounces off of that, and every time we did bounce off of it, we went down, and we had a 15 to 20% retracement, I believe. So here it was actually 50% retracement. Wow. In this case, it was another 45, and in this case, it was 40. So yeah, roughly 40% retracement every single time we touched the yellow trend line, and then we break out here in October, and we have a powerful move to the upside. We're already up approximately 2x. So what is happening here is that we are retracing back to this February 2023 resistance. Now, if we are able to break above that, that is going to be a major sign. And once we do that, then of course we can probably assume that the bear market bottom has been printed. And I think no one expects us to come back down to 11 cents. That's a 75% retracement from where we are right now. So I think it's fair to say that the bear market has been, or the bear market bottom rather, has been printed for Ocean Protocol. Now, what we need to see from here is a healthy retracement. So we are potentially going to wick above 53 cents a few times, kind of like we did here. But I would say it's okay for us to come back down from there. So you can see that the EMA has gone vertical, and we are printing a bearish divergence, which means that the RSI is printing lower highs while the price action here is printing higher highs. So this is a bearish divergence, and this shows lack of strength in the trend. So the trend is being exhausted, so the bulls are going to start losing their power, and we're going to have a market shift. So the bears are going to take over, and the price is going to start retracing. So what are the levels we could expect for a retracement? Now, let's say that this is our local top here at 52 cents, and we're not going to be going higher than that, right? Just so that we can at least go off based on this local high, even though we're not sure if we're done with this move or not. So we can measure this move from the bottom in October up to the top here in December. And we can expect a retracement back to the golden ratio, which is going to be between 38 and 35 cents. So right over there. That is going to be your, what should I do? Should I make it light blue? Let's do light blue. So that is going to be your support block to target. So between 38 and 35 cents. That's a nice level for you to enter. You can see we had a few back tests of support. We keep wicking into that area, but there's just a lot of buying pressure coming in, right? There's a lot of buying pressure coming in from that support block. And of course, this is the golden pocket from the fib. You can see that's the 0.5 and the 0.618. So a healthy retracement to that block, in my opinion, is possible. That is a 25 to 31% correction, which I think is totally fine, right? As long as we're holding this October low, we should be totally fine with this retracement. On top of that, if the correction gets deeper and Bitcoin starts pulling back even further, we could expect a retracement back to the yellow trend line. Yes, that is potentially what's going to be happening here in December. So down to 31.5 cents roughly, which is the 786 fib, and that is the yellow trend line there. So that would be a nice backtest of support. Since this was our resistance for the majority of 2023, we would like to flip that to support and just continue from there, right? That would be a really, really good thing to do, but of course we don't know what the future holds. But I gave you a few levels here. I would stay away from purchasing Ocean Protocol at the current prices because this is a bit too overbought, right? We were already in the overbought and the price just keeps moving up. This is not going to, continue on forever. So don't FOMO in, not a financial advice, but just make sure you have your buy limit orders set up and ready to go, and you should be fine. If you're really worried about buying in, you can also target these little blocks here. So based on these support touches, we can even make that smaller, right? We can even drop it down there. So you have two retracements from that area. So once we got to these prices around 40 cents, we got sent back down. And the next time we did that, we also got sent back down. So this could be another support area between 41 to 40 cents. And that could be your first buy limit order, and then next up you could target the other support block that I gave you with the golden pocket. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly, one thing to mention is that we have real good volume coming in to Ocean Protocol. This is really bullish, and this tells me that this further proves the point that the bear market bottom has been printed, because we've been very, very bullish since November 2022. We printed this high, as you can see, in February, and then we came back down, we consolidated in this descending triangle, and then we had a break to the upside. Now, as you all know, descending triangles are usually bearish patterns, and you have a 75% chance of a breakdown, but that did not happen, right? We were targeting 24 to 21 cents. We thought we were going to get a breakdown, but Ocean Protocol seemed to kind of ignore all of the retracements and pullbacks that we had in the market. We also held this major support trend line at 29 cents. We set this up a long time ago, and as you can see, we had a lot of bounces after we actually gave you the trend line. I think this was during one of the live streams, and we did talk about this on Patreon as well. So a lot of back tests of this 29 cents region, and with this most recent one in October, we saw a powerful breakout. So things are looking good for Ocean Protocol. Now let's set up a Fibonacci retracement from the bear market bottom there to the all-time high, and let's see what we can be looking at. So potentially we're gonna continue this move to the upside until we get to 62.5 cents. That would be your golden pocket, or your 0.618 Fibonacci level. And from where we are, that is another 20% or so, almost 21% to the upside, which would also meet this March 2022 local high. You can see this was a major resistance level, and goes to show that the golden ratio really is the most important level for us to break above. So a lot of back tests off of 62.5 cents, and I think once we eventually break above that, and hold it as support, the all-time high is just a matter of time. That will be your confirmation that you are getting back up to the previous all-time high. Before this actually happens, there's still a chance we could have a We could have another strong pullback from the golden ratio, potentially back to the green block, if we have a black swan event or something major in the market happens that, crashes all of the stocks and cryptos. That is a possibility, of course. That did happen back in March 2020 over there. But we just need to have some spare funds on the side in case that happens. But we can't be expecting it with a certainty, right? That would be foolish, because you're just going to stay with your money on the sidelines forever, and it may not come, and you're just going to, sit on the sidelines while everyone is making money during the bull market. So it's very important that you play this smart. So the scenario here is that we're potentially going to be moving up to the golden ratio, and only then do we see a retracement back down. So that is also a possibility. Now, what I would be targeting on the weekly chart, just to be safe, is the 20 EMA. So a back test of the 20 EMA is something that I'm looking for, and that could be your perfect entry point into Ocean, because we could bounce off of that and have another move to the upside. So after all, 40 cents could be your golden entry into Ocean protocol. Now let's take a look at the RSI here. So you can see we are running into the overbought here already. We're sitting above the index of 70. The stochastic is overbought as well, and the MACD is getting pretty overextended. Now all of this is telling us that we're going to be waiting for a retracement sooner rather than later, because you can't continue going on like that forever. However, take a look at this over here. Take a look at this situation that we had, which happened not so long ago. This did happen back in 2023 at the end of 2022 and the start of 2023. So we had an impulsive move of approximately 400%, and we got very overextended from the 20 EMA on the weekly, as you can see. So we're not even close to that same overextension right now. However, the RSI is close to that exact same level that we were back in February 2023. So just expecting history to, perfectly repeat itself is not smart, in my opinion. History does rhyme, but it does not repeat, so to speak. So yeah, if you are really inclined at buying at these current prices, feel free to do so. But, just know that you're buying in from the bear market bottom. You're buying in, 340% up, right? And if you're okay with that, that's fine. Of course, if you're holding for the long term, feel free to do that. But personally, I'm not going to be buying into Ocean Protocol at the current prices. I did give you these good entry points, and if you entered here, perfect. If not, we're hopefully going to get another opportunity down the line, because I'm very certain that there will be more shakeouts before we properly start pumping in 2024. So thank you all for watching this video. Let me know if you have any Ocean Protocol tokens. Let me know what is your average buying price. Personally, I don't have any tokens at the moment. And let me know what are your bull market targets. Stay safe and have a great day.